Gilberto Mora. Did we sign him? Well, you're going to have to watch till the end of the video to find out. Hello and welcome back to Ajax Youth to Trophies, episode 6. When we last left you, we were in October and we had quite a lot of games to play before we got to the January window. Let's get cracking. I know you want a short video. I'm going to give you a short video. Here we go. Right, so we ended the last episode on the 11th of October where we had just beaten RKC. We were doing really well in the league, but the Europa League we'd played 2 and lost 2, so not good news. Well, not good news at all because we played AZ in the Eredivisie and we got beat 4-2. They opened the scoring and then went 2-0 up. We managed to pull a goal back through Dahlberg with a penalty. Chori then scored to make it 2-2, and then Decker scored another goal to make it 3-2 to AZ. Zanotti got himself sent off, and we then went 4-2 down by chasing the win. So not ideal at all. Plus Zanotti's probably our best right back by far, so of course we missed him due to suspension. We then went and played with Zoo of Poland away in the Europa League phase, and we won 3-0, so we managed to get 3 points on the board there. And then a 2-1 Eredivisie win against Go Ahead Eagles there. Marita, the midfielder, and an own goal by Go Ahead, giving us the 2-1 slim win. So getting into the end of October and beginning of November, you see we played Excelsior. We hammered them 3-0 away. Glock, Dahlberg and Mansberg, the new midfield signing there. And then we had a Europa League game against Girona. Now this is a one I thought we'd get something out of. Vieira opened the scoring for us. They then equalised through Abel Ruiz, who we all know is a really good player and football manager. They went 2-1 up. We pulled it back to 2-2, and then we got beat in the 82nd minute with a goal from Ivan Martin. So 3 defeats in the Europa League. It is not looking good at all for our qualification hopes, but we did bounce back against Pexval 4-1 in the Eredivisie there. Glock, Gods, Vieira and Azambuja. I need to sign players with names that I can pronounce. And then we backed that up with an away win against FC20 with Esposito and Bonita there with the goals. So league form fantastic, apart from that little blip against AZ. Europa League form not very good. So that takes us into the month of December, and we had one more game to play in the Europa League in November and one more in the Eredivisie. We had Aston Villa. Again, they took the lead to make it 1-0. We've pulled it back, and rather than hold out for a draw, we get sucker punched in the 84th minute, and that means that we've lost 4 Europa League games and won 1. So qualification is on a knife edge at the moment. We played for Tunis Sittard on the back of that defeat, and we were 1-0 down, and we chased the game and managed to scrape a point at home, which is not a good result at all. So end of November going into December, and as we go into the month of December, you will see there NEC Breda away in the Eredivisie, 3-1 win. Brilliant stuff. Zinchenko and Kasper Dahlberg with a brace, and that means we're moving into that busy December, January time where we have Victoria Pleasant, SC Heerenveen in the league, Roda JC in the Dutch Cup, which we are going to rotate fully for that, and FC Groningen in the Eredivisie. And then obviously January window opens. So let's see if there's any news to tell you. Did we sign Gilberto Mora? You'll find out very soon. Well, December's been very kind to us. We played Victoria Plitzen in the Europa League, and we beat them 4-2 away from home. Glock, Esposito, Gotts and an own goal there, giving us a really much deserved and much needed win. We then beat Heerenveen 2-0 in the league. 2 goals there coming from Esposito and Ansu Fati. And then we played Roda JC, where we absolutely rotated the team. As you can see there, our second choice goalkeeper, our transfer listed right back, 2 defenders that barely get a game. Young Mukio, who is a young left-sided defender, wing back and can play DM. Emre Gungar, who had an absolutely brilliant game. He's the guy who came through our youth academy, so he got a game as well. So fantastic stuff there. As you can see, a very heavily rotated team, and we went through 3-1 comfortably. FC Groningen next in the Eredivisie, and we won that comfortably as well. 2 own goals from them, and Vieira with a goal in the 66th minute. So where's that leave us so far going into the January transfer window? Well, let's start with the Europa League first, and I'll show you the league phase. So we are currently sat just outside in 27th place on 6 points. The team who was occupying that last space, Union Saint-Gilloise, they are sat on 7 points. So we need, I would say, 4 points in our remaining 2 games to definitely get ourselves through. And we'll take a look at that league form. 17 games played, 13 wins, 3 draws, just the 1 defeat which you saw earlier. Sat on 42 points. We're 4 points clear of PSV in second and 6 points clear of Feyenoord in third. It's not over, but if you're top and you've got a 4-point lead at this point in the season, you've certainly got one hell of a chance of winning the league. So really good. We just need to make sure that we get through the Europa into the playoff round and see if we can go on a little bit of run there. We've also had our youth intake preview, and last season it was a golden generation. Well, it's a below average intake. This is not a great group of young players. So looking at it, everybody is an E coming through, apart from we have one striker who is an A rating. He could be considered a fine prospect. So hopefully he comes through and he is going to be an absolutely world-class player, because if we get nothing out of this season's youth preview or youth intake, then it's going to be really, really bad news for us, especially when we're a club renowned for bringing youth through the setup as well. So not great news there, but potentially he could be a world-class striker. We will find out, obviously, when he comes through in a few months' time. Tactics wise, we're still rocking the 4-2-3-1, as you can see, playing with wing backs, 2 centre halves, playing with 2 centre midfielders. We're playing, whoever plays that role, whether it be Glock or Vieira, is playing that free role in behind with the inverted forwards, the inside forwards in whoever that may be at the time. It's normally Fatty on one side and possibly Gotts on the other side. And then up front, we have a centre forward. Sometimes I use Esposito in this little role of a channel forward as well. It just depends on who we're playing and how I feel the game's going. Sometimes switch it mid-game. So just to give you a heads up on the tactics there. Out of possession, well, you can see there, the 2 CMs drop into CDM roles. One's pressing, one's just holding. The wing-backs go to full-backs. The inside forwards become tracking wingers, so they come and track back. Our central attacking midfielder just stays in that role, and so does the striker. So we have an outlet there. Should we win the ball back very deep in our own half, we can play a long ball up to whoever is playing in those roles at the time. So hopefully that'll give you some sort of idea. Team instructions, what we've got on at the moment: low block, higher defensive line. We step up more, we trigger the press much more, get stuck in, but obviously we do drop that off if we get some cards, and we do counter press as well. That is out of possession. In possession, more direct, lower tempo. I do adjust that depending who we're playing at the time, so we can play, a lot of the time we do play more of a higher tempo. I've gone with width because I think width is good. The full backs will overlap. Counter attacking. Balance creative freedom, because we don't want to stifle the creative players. Less time wasting. Again, 1-0 up in the 90th minute. We will change that to obviously more often, and keep the ball in play. But again, depending who we're playing, and if we've got some good set piece takers, we will change that as well. So that's a little heads up on how we're setting up as well this season, just to give you an idea. Right, let's see what happens in the January. There's a transfer window. Is anybody coming in? Is Gilberto Mora coming in? Let's find out. So did we sign him? You're damn right we signed him. We managed to get the deal over the line. We kept on persevering, and eventually he actually would speak to us. We offered him exactly what he wanted contract-wise because we weren't messing about. 7.75 million, which was his release clause. Contract-wise, yes, he's came in on 20 grand a week. It's a big wage for such a young player, but he's just turned 18 now. He's got a good deal there. We've got him on a 4.5-year contract, so that's fantastic news. And we do have an optional 1-year extension as well. We've had to put a release clause in, but it's £97 million. So if somebody wants to come and spend £97 million, I'm pretty sure that I can fill this squad full of wonder kids for the next 10 years with that money. So we're doing really, really well. He's doing really, really well as well because he's played 5 times, 2 goals, 2 assists and 2 player of the matches as well. And he is playing at the moment. He has had a game on the left-hand side, but he is playing in that cam role. And I've adjusted that cam role now because he's so good at playing the advanced playmaker role. I'm doing that as well. Obviously, if there's a little bit more freedom in the pitch, he's going and playing that free role. He is our star player. He is Gilberto Mora, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic signing. Right, how we're doing in January. Let's get to the end of January, okay, and we will wrap up. But I will cover who else we've signed as well. Let's get to it. First signing through the door, Matvey Kislyak. He is a Russian playing in CSKA Moscow, 21-year-old. We did a deal for him to bring him in, and what a deal it was. We've paid £11.25 million for him, so he's not cheap. But look at that, 16 techniques, 16 anticipation, 19 determination, 19 work rate, teamwork, vision, acceleration, all a 21-year-old. He's had 4 caps for the Russian team already. He can play in the DM or the CM role. He's going to play central midfield for us and drop into more of a pressing defensive midfield role when we don't have the ball. What a signing this kid is. An absolute bargain wonder kid. He's already worth 50 million already before he even kicked the ball for us. We've seen Gilberto Mora, but here is our next signing. £1.2 million for William Like. He's a 22-year-old Danish goalkeeper, had 5 under-21 caps. He's valued now between 700,000 and 1.9 million. We're going to loan him out, get him some experience, and hopefully develop him into a player that will either be a backup for the first team or move him on for a profit. And finally on the list, Darwin Guaja. Guaja? I don't know how to pronounce that. He is a 19-year-old from Ecuador. We brought him in on a free agent, so he's cost us no money whatsoever. He's got 16 first touch. He's got some 15s and 14s there that can develop even further. He's rated between 4.5 and 6.4 million. So if he doesn't develop, we will probably sell him on and make a few £1 million out of him. So what a good bit of bargain business that was. On the outgoings, nothing really major, just to scroll through and let you see. A couple of players who were just on the reserves. They were never going to play in the first team. They've all gone. Nobody of any sort of significance there. We did lose Avila to Saudi there, which you can see there, but he wasn't going to play in the first team anyway. He was a little way off the first team. Argentinian there, who is 25-year-old. Yes, he's rated between 7 and 10. We sold him for 2.5, but I'm not really concerned. Gerald Alders, who was the 4th choice right back, he's gone out on a loan deal. So nothing really to write home about there. But so far this season, £61 million of talent out the door, £66 million of talent in, and I would definitely say the talent in far outweighs the talent out. We have certainly improved the team and the squad, as you can see by how we're doing in the league at the moment. So unbeaten in December, unbeaten in January as well. Started off against AZ in the Eredivisie, Comfortable 2-0 home wins. Zanotti and Gilberto Mora in the 92nd minute getting himself on the score sheet there on his debut. Dutch Cup third round there, we had Heracles away from home. We rotated the team here, as you can see. Kraft, Kaplan, Doy, all the players who really don't get much of a game. Gungar came in again and got a 7.6. He was fantastic. Gilberto Mora did play that game. He didn't have the best of games, but we'll let him off because he's done it all over the pitch in all of the rest of the games. Go Ahead Eagles away. Should have been a straightforward one. It wasn't. We took the lead through Fatty. They equalised and we had to score in the 93rd minute thanks to our new Russian signing there, Kislyak. We then played Charleroi in the Europa League, needing a vital win. I'll tell you what a game that was, 4-3. It really went to the wire, but they pulled 2 late goals back to make it look a little bit tighter than what it was. We were 4-1 up. We had the game comfortably won, and then they came back and made it a nail-biting last 20 minutes. SC Camber in the Eredivisie, 2-1. We took the lead. We then went 2-0 up, and they managed to claw one back right at the end just to give us a little bit of a scare. And then the game that we definitely had to win, LASK, 6-2 this game. We comfortably went, I think it was 3-0 up. Yeah, we went 3-0 up. They pulled one back. We then demolished them. They pulled the consolation back to make it 5-2, and Bass then came and scored the 6th goal. And FC Volendam, there we go, at the end of January, the last game, 2-0 win. Kasper Dolberg with a penalty, and Kota Tawaratsamida, there we go, I had a good pronouncing his name. So we have qualified for the Europa League. So we have qualified in 16th place there. You will see quite comfortable after all of that. And we will meet Rangers in the playoff legs. So hopefully Rangers over 2 legs, we should be able to beat them comfortably, you would think. But you never know, in this competition, you do sometimes come up against teams and it can be trickier than what it first looked like on paper. There you have it, 22 games into the season. We've only lost 1 game. We sit comfortably top, 9 points clear at the top from Feyenoord in second. PSV another 3 points behind them, and AZ well behind. It's looking really good with 12 games to go. We can't slip up surely, but you never know. We have to lose 3 games and they would have to win every single one. We've only lost 1 so far and drawn 3. So it's looking very good, especially when the new signings have came in and bedded in absolutely brilliantly. Well, there will be another video coming up in the next couple of days. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment on the video as well, please. I really do appreciate it, and it does help the channel. But so you don't miss a video, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm potentially going to hit 100 subscribers by the end of this weekend. It's down to you whether I do that. So please, once again, click that subscribe button and help the channel. My name's Andy FM Forever. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We've signed Gilberto Mora and we're going to win the Eredivisie this season. But can we win the Europa as well? Well, we're going to go all the way through till near the end of the season. Maybe the end of the season. We'll see how we get on. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'm signing out. Bye-bye.